You know what it is. Ookumpucky. You know what time it is? Time to review the PS4. Alright. First off, some pros and cons, because, right, that's what all reviews have. First off, let me just compare the PS4 with the Xbox One. I went into this trying to be as optimistic as possible towards the Xbox One, but it was really hard to when it seemed like the fad, like the thing to do, the cool thing to do before these two consoles launched was to make fun of the Xbox One and everything that it did, and to like glorify the PS4 and everything that it did. And it was really weird because I was like, before this, I had a PS3, not an Xbox 360, and before it was the opposite. Everything it was Xbox, and if you want to be a YouTuber, you have to have an Xbox. If you want DLC for Call of Duty, you have to have an Xbox as it comes out early. They had a complete monopoly on everything. And I think it's really messed up. Like, a company should be thought of as a good company just solely based off of the products it makes, not by it, like, trying to get as many deals and partnerships with other companies as it can in order to like monopolize and get as much profit and make the consumer feel like you have to have that console in order to have a fun time. It's really irritating. And the whole thing where they pay YouTubers or whatever money to talk good about it. That stuff has been going around. Like, all companies do that, honestly. But the thing that's weird is that they weren't allowed to tell the people watching the video that they were advertising Xbox One. They weren't even allowed to tell them. That's messed up. That's like illegal. Okay, so but still, nevertheless, even though everyone was hating the Xbox One, I was like, okay, well, maybe it'll be a good console. And then honestly, specs came out and it's not as powerful as a PS4. It's got the annoying Kinect that no one wants. It's $100 more expensive. I'm like, it's a good day to be part of the PlayStation Nation, man. I feel like I was like, sweet, like the PS4 actually might be the quote unquote better console this generation instead of the worst console, with the PS3. And I was really excited. And then I was getting really annoyed because, every video, there were so many videos comparing the two, every time someone says good about the Xbox One, thousands and billions of PlayStation fanboys, hate on them. And then every time someone says anything good about the PS4, there's still that mass of people that still are diehard Microsoft fans that are like, yeah, well, all the good things about the PS4 is irrelevant and stuff. And I tried not to put myself on either side. I tried to look at it solely as which is the better console. And I chose the PS4 because overall I felt like it was less gimmicky and it was the better choice. I mean, obviously the fact that I had a PS3 and not an Xbox came into play, but I tried my best. I wasn't going to buy a $500 console that was less powerful. Granted, it is a little bit less power. Seeing all those things where it was like, the Ghost was 720p on the Xbox One and then 1080p on the PS4. I was like, why would you want Xbox One? Like, what? Like, I don't know. I didn't understand at the time. So, I mean, unless you are trying to get exclusives, be my guest, dude. If you want to hit up Dead Rising 3 all day or friggin' Rise, which is a terrible game, waste of money, or if you want some racing like Forza or something, then be my guest. Or Titanfall, you can get Xbox One solely because of those games. But I got the PS4 because I thought it was better, and I think I made the right decision. The most annoying thing was the fact that now you have to pay online. And I looked at it as like a complete I was like, this sucks. But now I look at it as a positive because first off, you're giving you money to Sony, and that sounds kind of messed up. Like, I'm like, yes, give all my money to Sony. It is my favorite company of all time. But it's really good because, like, they're gonna use that. You're kind of supporting the company, and hopefully they're using the money to freaking make the internet better. Because you're paying money for online, and they're not gonna like just use that to cut bigger checks to their employees or something. But the PlayStation Plus thing is really cool. The online is much better from the PS4 um, compared to the PS3, and the fact that PlayStation Plus gives you all those free games is so great. I love having BioShock Infinite and Brothers: A Tale of Two Sons and Shadow Colossus and Borderlands 2. All these fun good games I have for free because I have PlayStation Plus. It makes you feel like you got your money. I got my money's worth. I paid $30 for a whole year of online, and I got way more way more. I made all that money back, is what I'm saying, and more, with all the free games that they've given me. So normally it's $50, and they have sales all the time because they understand that we don't want to play. We don't like paying for online. So yeah, it was $30 for a year instead of 50, which is really cool. So PlayStation Plus is a good thing. Not that big of a deal. They give you PlayStation Plus for free for 30 days when you buy the PS4, so you don't even need to buy it. And then every PS4 game that you get has a 7-day trial also. And then it comes with 30 days of Music Unlimited and $10 to spend in the PlayStation Store, which is super convenient because right when I got my PS4, I hopped on, put in the code, and got the PS4 version of. I upgraded from the PS3 version of Ghost to the PS4 version. So I had two $60 games for $50 because Ghost was on sale for the older generations or whatever. So I was like, I might as well get Ghost. I really was telling myself I wasn't gonna get it, but I got it anyway. The PS4 itself looks really cool. I love the design. I love the parallelogram design. How it's like slanted and stuff. It looks really cool. I like the two lines that go around it, and the button and the eject button placement. How it's like seamlessly like in that crack area or whatever. So it looks like it's so funny how like if you don't know where it is, it's apparently really hard to spot because I've had 3 friends now spend 10 minutes each at least trying to find the power button to turn it on, and I just didn't even help them out. I was laughing, like waiting until they figured it out because no one could find where the thing. It's just very seamless, and the console's very clean and it looks really good. I'm proud of having it on right under my TV. It looks really cool. I think it's one of the most beautiful. It sounds so stupid. I'm talking about like an inanimate object. It's one of the most beautiful pieces of hardware Sony's ever made. Like I really think it looks awesome. And then also the controller, way better than the PS3 controller. My goodness. The biggest thing that those triggers are real triggers now instead of like the little concave, I think is what it's called, triggers on the PS3. Those sucked. So that's better. All the buttons feel more solid now. The sticks have the same awesome grip that the DualShock 3 had, but it's also got the ridges on the outside to keep your hands from slipping because apparently that was a problem for people. That didn't happen to me a single time during the whole lifespan of my PS3. I never had my finger slip off of the PS3 controller, but now it's totally not going to because of the ridges on the DualShock 4. And then the grip on it is nice. The fact that it's bigger, and then the 2 little handles on the sides are elongated or whatever. It fits in your hand much better. And I have pretty small hands, and even the DualShock 3 controller was pretty small. And I didn't really notice it. I didn't really realize how small it was until I went from the PS4 back to the PS3 in order to play the BioShock game that I got for free. There's a really big difference. The light is cool. I know it's like kind of like a wasted thing because they apparently were going to ship the PlayStation Eye with the the PS4, and so they were like, okay, well this will be useful because then that way like everyone kind of has PlayStation Move, like right out of the box, because all the controllers have this light that is able to be tracked. And now it's more of a gimmick than anything now, because since they got rid of that, obviously, because they realized that like the Xbox One was gonna have a Kinect mandatory, and then everyone was giving Microsoft flack for it, and so they're like, whoa, okay, never mind. And then and so they got rid of it, which is awesome. Made it $100 cheaper, I think. That's why it was so cheap. But the light is still cool looking. Nevertheless, it really looks futuristic with just a big friggin' light. And when you're playing games, when it's changing colors, it's pretty cool too. And how, it is stupid, because now I don't know who's player 1 and who's player 2. I don't know if the colors are random, or if like blue is not player 1 and then red is player 2 and yellow is player 3. Like, that's what's irritating, is that like you can't really distinguish right off the bat. I mean, unless there's some order or specific colors. On the DualShock 3, it literally said P1, P2, P3, P4, I'm pretty sure, and it had the light right above it. So you knew which one controller you are, but so that's kind of irritating. But the light still is pretty cool. And the speaker in the controller is really awesome, because playing games like Resogun and having the little thing talk to you makes you feel like you're in the game a little bit more. Oh, and another big thing about that controller is the headphone jack. I was blown away when I really realized I could literally put in any headphone, earbuds, anything into that little headphone jack on the thing, and it automatically, picked it up and realized that I plugged it in, and then it was able to put the in-game volume and stop playing it on the TV and playing it in my headphones instead. So I could use anything as a headset. So I didn't have to go out. I was worried I had to go out and buy like a headset, because that's what I really wanted. I've never had a headset, a gaming headset, and I really wanted one, and I was like, dang. But then I realized, oh wait, I have my House of Marley over the ear headphones, and I can just use that, and it works perfectly. It's awesome. So I really think Sony did a really good job. They tried to just make a good gaming console, and that was just the basis of this thing. There aren't that many. Here's okay. Let me try to think of like irritating things, so I don't sound like some fanboy. Okay. All right. The user interface is amazing on this compared to the PS3, but it's really irritating because I take my console to my friend's house all the time, because some of my friends don't have the PS4, and so we want to play the PS4 instead of like their Wii U or their PS3 or their Xbox or whatever. So I bring it, right? It takes me for friggin' ever to go behind my TV and unplug the stuff and replug the stuff, and that's annoying as by itself. It's annoying by itself, but also the fact that it doesn't remember Wi-Fi passwords and Wi-Fi that you've used and hooked up with it is really irritating. I've literally gone to this a couple friends' house probably 5 times now, and every single time I have to go into network and then hook it up to their thing, go through the thing, say easy method or whatever, and then it's which one do you want to use, and you choose the one, and then you have to put the password in. It's one thing if you had to click on it every single time, but it doesn't even remember the password either, so that's really irritating. And then I go back home, and then I have to put my thing in again, so that's really inconvenient and irritating. But I don't think any other console really has it much better, anyway. But yeah, can't really think of anything else annoying about it. The friggin' little one earbud thing they gave you for little chat headset thing sucks. You can tell they put that in there last second. It is crappy, hard plastic crap. The audio is terrible on it, and the microphone, I'm guessing, is terrible on it too. I'm happy they put it in there, because if you don't have headphones or a headset, then I guess it's good that they didn't waste their time making a good one, because knowing that you can plug in anything into the thing instead of that, how many people really are going to use that? Like, I'm guessing 90% of Americans, if they're able to buy a PS4, also have some earbuds, or like Apple earbuds, or whether it's like crappy earbuds, expensive ones, headsets, something. I'm sure they have something to plug in instead of that, so it's not that big of a deal. But that is a gripe, is I'm never gonna use it again. Like, I used it the first couple days, and then I realized that you could use your headphones, and now it's in my box under my TV, and I'm not using it because it's the little chat earpiece that it gives you. It sucks. So yeah. Anything else? If I wanted to rate it out of, you know what, 10 is too. It's not specific enough. I'm gonna rate this console out of 100. All right, on a scale of 100, I'm gonna give it. In terms of like, in comparison to the PS3, if you're talking like how much better it is to the PS3, I'm gonna give it like a 90, a 98. I'm gonna give the Xbox Xbox One, just to compare, just give you a comparison. This is why I gave it a 98. Like, it was a really good score, because the PS3 was not good in some ways. The user interface sucked balls. And they've improved so much with the PS4. The Xbox 360 was superior in many people's eyes, and now the Xbox One did not go very far. It didn't. Xbox One isn't much better than the Xbox 360. Like, it really just isn't. So, like, that's more like a 70 out of 100, dude. They really did they made a lot of mistakes. They lost a lot of fans with those policies in the beginning that they dropped eventually. It was just shady. The whole thing was kind of shady. So, I'm happy I have my PS4, guys. It's a really nice console. If you're contemplating whether you're getting it or not, whether it's worth the $400, I'm gonna say it is, because if you do have the money, which I'm a 17-year-old guy, and I bought it myself. So I mean, unless you want to get it for Christmas or for your birthday, and you're wondering, do you want to spend $400 on this? I'd say it's worth it, because who knows, and I don't even know if they're gonna make another generation console, because I've heard a lot of people saying that this is like the last generation for consoles. I don't know if that's true. I mean, there's so many people that are gonna demand new consoles, that I don't think that this is gonna be the last ones. But nevertheless, it's gonna obviously be a while, because lifespan of consoles always are really long. So $400 is a good investment for this amazing console, guys. Very nice. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty much a flawless experience. I've had a lot of fun with my PlayStation 4, and I can't wait until a bunch of cool, true next gen games come out for it. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. Peace out.